Alright, we're back again here. We're ready to take another dose of Quietum Plus. So, before we do that, I'm going to recap my symptoms and what's going on and why I started taking the Quietum Plus. So, obviously I'm taking it to try and get rid of tinnitus. So, this is going to be dose 18, which I accidentally missed one day's dose. So it's going to be the 18th dose. I've been on it for 17 days plus a day that I accidentally skipped. So it's 18 days total. But the symptoms that I had with the tinnitus, the physical, pain, pressures, things like that. So I had pressure, and this is just for anybody that comes across the new videos. I don't have a large channel, so I'm not going to get a lot of views, so I'm recording every single dose showing that I take it. So anyways, I'm going to recap, just go over the same thing over and over with an update on how it's going. So anyways, the symptoms around my ears, I was feeling a lot of pressure. Okay, pressure, pain, head fog in my head, in my brain. I had a lot of jaw pain. Okay, and so two things I did before I started taking the Quietum Plus. One was my wisdom teeth were starting to grow forward, and they were putting pressure on my jaw. And so I had them removed. And then I also ended up having some impacted earwax as well. And I actually had to use borax. This little, I think it's peroxide, some form of peroxide. And so I got it cleaned out. The nurse that tried to flush my ears could not get the impacted earwax out. So she recommended that, and I did it, and I was successful. It did work. It took 2 days. The first day I failed. The second day, you get a little squeezer bulb thing, and you squeeze it. That got it out on the second day. The first day I was too scared to put a lot of pressure on it, so I didn't get it, and I gave up. The next day I did. So anyways, I had the wisdom teeth taken out, and I got my ears successfully unimpacted with wax, and that reduced the tinnitus about half, about 50%. And sorry. So I was kind of hoping that it would pretty well take care of it. And it took care of a lot of it, like I said, about 50% of it. But then I came across an ad on YouTube, on a video, and I clicked on it. This is a 30-minute video or so about a guy that was on the verge of suicide until he developed this. He was going to kill himself because of tinnitus. And allegedly this magic pill that he came up with saved his life because it helped him. And anyways, as far as, let's go ahead and look at the bottle first so you can see. So Quietum Plus, that's a dietary supplement, supposed to help a clear mind, memory and focus, mood support, 60 capsules. It makes the claim of being able to break through the blood-brain barrier. 2 capsules is a serving, so this is a 30-day supply. And there is the vitamins and the ingredients, if you want to pause. And then suggested uses too, the caution and warning, the company, and the website. And then it actually has a pretty good shelf life. Has about a 2-year shelf life, which it's probably longer than that if you actually, for a brand new bottle of it. since it would be about 23 months or so from the time I purchased it, as far as the actual shelf life, based on the sell by date or expiration date on the bottom. And I have a theory on what's going on with it, and I could be wrong, but yes, it does help. It has helped me with reducing the volume, and it brings it down a little bit. I would say about 20% is my estimation. As far as the day-to-day update goes, yesterday and today was both, it was lower. It maintained a lower volume, and so especially in the mornings, not every morning, but the last couple mornings and randomly other mornings, I have been able to distinguish between the actual silence and the ear ringing. And before I started these, I could not do that. They recommended at least a 30-day run or 90 days, depending on how severe. But they offer up to 3 bottles in a pack. It's $67 a bottle, so it's a little over $2 a day for this. But right now I'm just doing the 1 month supply. I'm not sure if I will get a second bottle or not. But when I say it might have a little bit of a placebo effect, what I mean is not necessarily placebo, but kind of, sort of. So with the mood support, as far as what the bottle says, not the internet, what they advertise online as, it gets rid of tinnitus, but for what it says on a bottle, the clear mind, memory focus, mood support, it does a really good job. I will give it that. I would give it probably a 8 or 9 out of 10 as far as that goes. And so with that, you got to keep in mind that anxiety and stress will increase tinnitus. So that's why I say it could be a little bit of a placebo type of effect. It brings down the stress levels, so then your tinnitus gets reduced a little bit too. My concern is whether or not it will have a lasting effect, and I'm going to find out. I'm going to do all 30 videos plus at least one follow-up video. So let's go ahead and show what they look like. Look pretty standard. Dirt in a clear capsule. Focus. Okay, so because I started recording about an hour later in the evening than normal, the light level is down a little bit, so the focus is a little bit off. So I apologize for that. I still made an attempt to show it, but let's go ahead and get set up here. So I've got a glass, got my spoon, I've got the water, and I've got the pills, obviously. Oh, I almost always forget at least one thing, and then I have to say it randomly. It's supposed to help with inflammation too. I had swollen lymph nodes underneath my neck, or underneath my jaw, and they'd been that way for a long time, and it actually reduced and seems to have gotten rid of it, like significantly reduced. So when it says it can help with inflammation, it does seem to be doing that as well. But again though, I'm primarily taking it for the hype of it takes care of tinnitus, it cures it. So anyways, we won't stall any longer. Let's go ahead and get one of the pills out. We're going to take 2. And I will be taking these as a drink because sometimes I have difficulty swallowing pills, so I'm not going to struggle with it on camera. I can take pills. It's not that I can never take them. Maybe I have a phobia of it. It makes it harder to swallow them. I don't know. Anyways, there's one. Get the other one out here. And the reason I show the pill in the bottle, the pills in the bottle before I take them out, so you can see what they look like. See the same brown pill. Since these will break down pretty quickly, it's not going to make a huge difference. As far as swallowing them or drinking them. Let's go ahead and get a look at it here. So there it is. Now, it does look and smell like ground up grass. So, if you don't have problems taking pills, I recommend taking it that way. I would probably swallow them if I was not recording. I would just deal with it. But, like I've said before, I'm recording them, and the goal is that I do want to help people if I can. You can either save your time and money, or if you think based on what I'm saying you might want to try it, maybe it'll help you try it. A lot of people flat out say it doesn't do anything. I will say that that's false. It's definitely helping. The real issue is whether or not it's going to be a lasting sort of thing. That's my concern. That's why I'm recording it, making sure that people know what it's doing while you're taking it, how you feel, and then of course a couple follow-up videos, at least one. And again, I do apologize for repeating a lot of the same things. It's probably 90% repeat. But again, like I said, the issue is I got a small YouTube channel. Most of the people making the videos that are getting a lot of views, you know, they got a little bit bigger channel, but they seem like they're just reading off a script. They don't seem to take it, you know, even a single dose. They're either talking about it's a scam or it's amazing and how wonderful it is. But I've seen people, you know, they make videos like this when they're testing, trying things. They'll actually do it on camera at least once, just to prove that they're doing it. But they have, you know, a bigger following, so they're more likely to help more people on their channel. So, you know, we're gonna do every dose. That's the point, to spread it as far as I can. I did do something a little bit different here today I used cold water. Every dose up to this point, I used room temperature water. The colder water is actually kind of masking the terrible grassy flavor of it. So usually I kind of choke up a little bit on it. So that's something new for me. In the future, taking these, or heck, any supplement really, I may start trying to use cold water instead of room temperature. I generally always drink room temperature water, but for some reason I accidentally grabbed the cold water. I started drinking it, and well, I took a couple drinks of it, before the video started. I'm like, oh, grabbed a cold one, but I already started it, so I wasn't gonna start a new one just for fun. Anyways, again, I would probably easily give it an 8 or 9 out of 10 as far as mood support and focus. I definitely feel it, at work. I might even say it's similar, gives you a similar feeling to that childhood feeling of ignorance is bliss. You're playing with toys and la, 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 you're all happy and nothing's bothering you. Even things that generally would bother you, things that will take you from 0 to 10, like that, it probably cuts that down in half. On that front, on the feel good and everything, I feel amazing. I would highly recommend it if it's just based off of you're wanting to feel good, you're wanting to feel better, head fog, inflammation, things like that. I would absolutely recommend it. The tinnitus, though, that's why we're taking it. That's why I'm recording it. So again, probably about 20% reduction as far as the tinnitus goes. The ringing in the ears. For me, would be primarily just to get rid of the high pitch. I don't even care if it's real light and gentle, like in the mornings when it's real light, or just I don't even necessarily mind that. It doesn't really bother me. But as the day goes on, even after a couple hours, it starts to go up a little bit. But now, again though, this is 2 days in a row. I don't think I've had 2 days in a row with this low level, or at the level it is now. If it was to stay at this level, I might even say it's gone up to maybe 30%, from 20% before, because it leveled off somewhere, I don't know, around day 10, and just kind of stayed there, kind of hung out around 15-20%. But if it stays like this, I would go as far as 30% on my personal scale. Now, one more thing, I want to make sure everybody knows that I'm not a medical professional. I'm not medically trained. I used to study nutrition, for fun, because I used to be into weightlifting. But I'm very rusty on it, but it doesn't really make any difference what my backstory is. The main thing is I'm reviewing it and sharing the experience of it. So, don't even worry about that part. I can't edit it out. I'm not going to remove it from the video, because the goal is to, one shot straight through. No edits, no sketchy business where I'm, bait and switch or anything. So, all right, that's going to wrap it up here. That was dose number 18. Tomorrow will be dose 19. So if you want to leave a comment if you want, tell me what you think. If you've tried it, if you're thinking about trying it, you can certainly follow the channel for a little bit. I'm not so sure that this is going to be the type of content I'm going to put out in the future, but I want to put out content that just in general helps people. So a lot of stuff that I put out will be more related to the Bible. So if that offends you, I don't apologize, but I mean, that's the route that I've decided to take. But I do want to help people. I want that to be clear. So anyways, right here and now we're doing this for a little bit, and then I'm going to switch back to that type of content. And anyways, that's going to wrap it up. I hope this helped somebody, and have a good day. God bless you, and we will see you when we take the next dose.